my god, my hair is like extra puffy today. Hello there friend, welcome back to Max's Writer's Life Vlogs, where I talk about my hair as well as offering writing advice and inspiration along the way. This week I'm going to be going over my writing update, what I've been doing, what I've been working, as well as talking about a special subject of today. And this time around, I'm going to finally, after so many requests and literally like 6 months since the first time anyone asked me, I'm going to do a tour of my writing desk. It's not very exciting, but if you have ever wondered, Max, what does your workstation look like? Well, get ready because you're about to find out. So let's take it from the top. What was I up to this last week? This week I spent it pretty much writing, but not writing or not doing the writing that you thought I would be doing. As I mentioned on the last week's update, I started doing a little bit of development on a visual novel. And this week, an idea struck, and it was one of those moments where like, I got so excited about this visual novel that I woke up like hours before my alarm just to get up and start working on it. So I thought, you know what, let's actually like take advantage of it. And I was like, I literally been getting up like really early these last couple of days because I've been working on this visual novel. If you follow me on Twitter, and I recommend you do, at Mr. Kirin, that's the plug of the day, out of the way. I've been talking about my process, what I've been working on, as well as showing little sketches, which terrified me to the core. Oh god, the first time I showed a sketch of Isabel, which is the protagonist of the visual novel, I was like, that's it. I am deleting my Twitter and I'm vanishing from the face of the earth. I can't handle this. The reception was really nice, which was too better than what I expected. I was hoping someone would be like, nah, this drawing sucks. Dude, get out of here. You're fired. And I'm like, you can't fire me. I'm self-employed. But the fact that everyone was so nice made me feel that they were being too nice. So I was like, you're all being too nice. This drawing clearly sucks and you're all being too nice to me. But no, everyone was really sweet. And I showed a bunch of other sketches. And I basically spent the last week working on the visual novel, which is really weird because I was still writing. Like, I was talking on Twitter that the design document, which is the combination of the outline, the character workouts, and basically the entire explanation of how I want the story to work, as well as me brainstorming on the page how I want the story to work, how I want the menus to work. I have a little bit of a history working with Ren'Py, which is a visual novel game creator of sorts. I have experience with that, and there's a bunch of things that I want to do, and I know that it may seem a little bit ambitious, especially because I want this to just be a demo, but I'm coming in with my expectations right on the right place. I have like the goal, like the mission statements, it's just the demo. I want to teach myself how to go through the entire process because I have the ends that I want to do with DarkeSword and Kitty, so someone's gotta get practicing on this. And also to tell people about my process and, you know, showing them that I'm doing the thing and I want to, you know, make a visual novel because it seems really exciting. And I've literally been getting up early in the mornings because I'm just so excited. But that design document is literally over 10,000 words long. Just on like sorting things out. I'm pretty sure that like, especially considering that the script is going to be all dialogue and a little bit of like description through the point of view of our POV character, I'm pretty sure I can write through the demo script really fast. I could just get it done in like a couple of days. Who knows? I'm crazy like that. I'm not confident with my doodle skills at all. Like I'm more confident with my music making skills, and they're basically non-existent. So it's been really fun. I also finally jumped the shark, and I bought Manga Studio, also known as Clip Studio, a graphical drawing program that Plexer recommended. It was only $45. I come from like the mindset that like these sort of drawing computer programs are like over $500, and when I saw that I was 45, I'm like, bought on the spot, and I was playing with it, and I'm like, I can do this. I was drawing on it for the first time with my crappy tablet and finally having pen pressure, and I'm like, I can do this. I feel I can actually do this whole VN thing. So I've been having lots of fun. I've been working on that. I am looking forward to maybe doing like a couple of episodes where it's just me like walking through the entire process, and someone is giving me notifications right now, and I swear to God, you can't be giving me notifications right now, I'm too busy. But anyways, I'm looking forward to doing some videos where I'm just talking about it, maybe do some videos of, you know, showcasing my process and stuff like that. It's really fun, it's interesting, it's a completely different mindset than doing a book, because for me doing a book is easy, because I've done it tons of times. You just come in, you write the first draft, let it sit, revise it, move on. But with this particular concept, I gotta get the assets, I gotta get the music, I gotta get the backgrounds, I gotta do the coding. but it feels nice as well because it's just a matter of checking things off a checklist. Like, I know that I'm going long, but I'm just gonna give you an example as to why this feels, although it's daunting and it's definitely scary, and bless the heart of all the wonderful people online who have posted tutorials, because you are literally saving me. But aside from that, like, for instance, I had a moment in the act of brainstorming where I thought, okay, how long should this visual novel be, or this demo, because I don't want it to go too crazy, you know? I don't want to be, working on this for several months. I just want to finish it, put it out there, show my process and stuff like that. And then I realized that as long as I have the assets, as long as I make all of the character sprites and all of the backgrounds, demo can go on for as long as I want it to, because once I have the assets, it's only a matter of just writing. And the writing I'm comfortable with, because the writing I know I can do. So that was actually kind of relieving. It was the matter of like, once I've got the assets, I can do whatever I want. And that was actually pretty exciting and fun. I have a lot of big plans for this VN, and I can't wait to tell you more about it once I have something to show for it. I'm really excited. But anyways, that's been too much. That's been about me. Let's dive into the subject of the day, the tour of my desk, which is right here in front of me, but you can't see it just yet. So, real talk. I know how I want this video to go, but I have no idea how we're gonna get there. I think I'm just gonna take the webcam and spin it around a couple of times, and wherever it stops, I don't know. Silliness out of the way. I have a pretty simple workstation. I pride myself in organization. I pride myself in keeping things pretty neat. That's why my workstation may not be very exciting. That's why at first I was a little bit concerned about showing my desk, because it's not like amazing. It's not like I've got like a freaking, what are those called? Those boards where you put things that you want to get and you get those things, or like a giant whiteboard with my goals and my values and stuff like that. I work very modularly, and I like to have a nice big clean area. So let's just like take it from the top. I'll spin the camera around and I'll keep talking, and we will figure things out from there, okay? Oh my god, you can see yourself and see me seeing you and yourself. Okay, this is gonna be a little bit silly. So right here, you've got my working desk. I actually really like to have like basically this entire area over here just completely clean, devoid of anything in the way. But right now, as you can see, I've got all my notebooks. I've been working on the visual novel. I've got my really crappy Wacom tablet right there, bunch of pens, and I've got my MIDI keyboard. Oh man, I hope you don't mind the super shaky cam. As you can see, right over here, as a matter of fact, here's the mic. This here is what you see at the bottom of every video. Anyhow, so what do I actually have on my desk? Let's do a little bit of a switcheroo and get this mic out of here. Alright. So, what do I keep on my desk at all times? Coffee. That's really useful. Water to stay hydrated. And I know this is gonna sound really sappy, but what I like to keep around my desk are actually just little mementos, little things that my friends have given me. Like all these little guys right here, the Jigglypuff, the little Umaru, Sumiki, and Sayonji from Super Danganronpa 2. These are all gifts that like Kitty gave me, and it's a little sad sometimes because like I don't see my friends that often. So it's really nice to just have things around that reminds me of my friends and, the things that I look forward to. Now, as for my actual computer setup, because I should probably talk about this. So the way that I have my computer setup is that I actually used to teach ergonomics back when I worked at the Death Star. And ergonomics is basically boils down to the idea of giving yourself the best sort of work environment so you don't worn yourself out more than you need to. That boils down to having the right chair and the right environment. The key, as you can notice right here, my laptop, my 2012 MacBook, is actually on a little bit of an elevated surface. This is so I'm not like bending down to look at the screen. That's basically, I don't want to say death, but that's really bad for you and for your back. It's gonna just hurt you in the long run. On the side over here, I've got, can I actually even see? I have a lot of a freaking enormous USB splitter. A couple of extra USBs that I just have open there just for needing things like my Wacom, whatever. This guy over here just connects to everything. I've got a little bit of an, I guess, video out, so I can have two monitors, because two monitors are really good for video editing. Now, as to what I actually use for writing, well, that's down here. I use an ergonomic Microsoft keyboard. It took me like 6 months, not 6 months, that's an exaggeration. It took me like a month to finally get used to writing on this ridiculous setup. But once I learned how to do it, my words per cycle and words per hour just shot through the roof. It was actually kind of really satisfying. It's a really, really weird keyboard. And on the Mac, you have to like install a couple of programs to make sure that all of the, key and shortcuts actually still work, because it's Microsoft, not actually Mac. Other than that, on the other side, a wrist rest and a really nice heavy Logitech mouse. Little things like this, having a little bit of padding, this can save you. Regarding the subject of ergonomics, the smallest things you can do, like elevating your computer the key is that you want the top of the screen to be at the same eye level as your eyes, hence eye level. That can really help because it means that you're not putting any pressure on your neck. Really good stuff. Additionally, a wrist rest is also really, really, really good because getting carpal tunnel is literally the easiest thing in the world, and the easiest thing in the world that we live in right now. The keyboard is something that you don't really need to get. Like I didn't have this keyboard for like, a bunch of years, but getting it really helped. The wrist rest though, this thing here, I consider it to be a must if you're like doing a lot of work on the internet or just working at your desk all day. And actually, I'm gonna put the camera back on top so I can actually finish some of my points. And let's actually take the mic and put it right where it should be. Just really quickly, because there are a couple of things that I figured I ought to mention anyway. My recording software revolves around a Blue Yeti mic, and I use a Logitech C920 webcam, probably the best webcam that you can get without going crazy. I looked up online at a bunch of YouTubers and people recommend that webcam. It's like this is literally the best webcam you can buy for the money, and it was like $70 when I first bought it. Really good webcam. And I know that this video has kind of devolved into me holding a really, really shaky camera. I don't have a tripod. I wanted to steal Kitty's tripod, but she's been recording videos, so I just felt really guilty asking. I know this became mostly about me talking about ergonomics and also talking about my equipment, but I thought, you would be interested in that. I mostly use iMovie for editing my videos. I don't do much of a fancy editing stuff, so the default onboard Mac stuff is good enough. In regards to the wrist rest, because I want to just talk about this really quickly, because getting carpal tunnel, which is enlarged, I don't think that's the correct term, but a stress on your wrist is really easy, especially if you're having to bend forward or upwards your wrist in order to move the mouse around. You want a nice wrist rest, so you don't have to be moving around your wrist too much. Trust me, I was working behind a desk, I did it for several years, and I started to feel the pain. And I realized, I either fix this right now, or I can develop something that will basically, I don't want to say ruin, but get me in a lot of trouble later on. Treat your body, take care of yourself, okay? A wrist rest, a little mouse pad with a wrist rest is literally 15 bucks. Your keyboard will be fine. Elevate your monitor or your laptop with books, just so the top of the screen is eye level. Little things like that can really, really, really help. Trust me. They used to pay me at work to do like presentations on ergonomics. This stuff is important. I know that a bunch of like you gotta get the right desk, you gotta get the right desk chair. A bunch of that stuff is a little bit superfluous. The big things are your back, your neck, and your wrists. If you can keep those in good shape, you can write for the rest of your life without problems. But trust me, I was there. I was there at the point where I was being really ineffective. I didn't have a wrist rest. My keyboard was on top of the desk as opposed to on its little tray. I was leaning forward all the time, and I started to feel the pain. And trust me, people usually don't get those sort of warning signs. It depends on your body type. You could literally just jump straight into carpal tunnel without knowing it. So I recommend, consider this a pretty nice bit of life advice that sounds just like writing advice. If you have the extra money laying around, I absolutely recommend you getting a wrist rest, with a mouse pad with a wrist rest, and also try to look for something to elevate your monitor if it's not at eye level. Seriously, the back of your neck, your spine, and your wrists are literally the most important things. So make sure to take care of them. Also, just a really quick thing to make sure that we're all really clear on this. My mic is not always in the middle of my desk. I feel like I have to clarify that. I usually just keep it behind my monitor, but I have to put it here in order to record. Anyways, I've gone way too long. I hope that you enjoyed my really, really, really shaky desk tour, as well as all the little ergonomic pieces of advice I had to give along the way. And for the time being, I would like to hear what you've been working on. Have you been writing? Have you been working on anything special? What do you think about visual novels? Also, what do you keep around your desk? That, and for questions you would like to send my way, please feel free to leave them down in the comments below. For the time being, though, I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for spending a little bit of your day with me, and I'll see you on the next one.